Hey, it's Alice from eKit Hub, and I'm super excited. I know everyone says they're excited on videos like this, but I am because we have a student of our Fast and Simple course creation program who is moving full steam ahead and has set up an event page and asked for a little feedback. So I thought that we could do that together because it will probably be useful for you if you use our template, or even if you don't and you're creating your own landing pages. It will help you create a better offer and get more signups for your course. All right, here is Tarika's landing page. She's actually hosting a free online event for homemakers. And the purpose is, to help them reduce stress and build a more harmonious and well-functioning home. So you can see the page actually looks quite nice here. And to do this critique, I've actually pasted this into a Word document just so that I can make changes and you guys can see what I'm talking about. So I'm going to move over there and it's going to maybe look a little ugly. So just know Tarika didn't make it like ugly like that. All right, so here it is on the screen for you. So one thing I do, and she is using our template, I believe. We have an Aweber template, so maybe I'm looking at this and I'm thinking of ways that we can also improve our template. I might go back and do some things with it after this. But this font looks quite small here on the main page. It was bigger, but I would still give the free a little bit more emphasis. Make it bold, underline it, just so it catches attention right away. Now, then we have a headline, which is actually the title of the event, which is, that makes sense. But in this case, I think that the title doesn't really reach the pain of the audience, right? Like what problem you're really solving. Yes, completely change your mindset. That's a good thing if you're a frustrated homemaker, but maybe they don't even realize that's what they need. So I'm not sure if that is the super compelling thing. So the event can be named that way because I like the joyful heart, joyful mind. That's a great kind of catchy thing. But for the purposes, the headline, I think that we should change that up a bit. So maybe something like attention stressed out homemakers or whatever. Watch me have trouble typing. Out. I'm actually sitting in a weird place in my office, so that's why I'm probably off here. Stressed out homemakers. Then maybe, then we want to so we've caught who it is, who we want to talk to. It's stressed out homemakers. Get control. Oh, maybe discover the secrets. Discover is one of those power words and still works. So is secrets. Discover the secrets, or we could put easy to follow secrets if we wanted to get control of your home and peace of mind. To create a more harmonious and better functioning home. This is, done in a few minutes before I started the video, thought about the headline. Of course, you could tweak it as you go. And then maybe here, I love this part actually, and start enjoying your calling as a homemaker. That's pretty powerful. So we're going to try to keep that in there. The subheadline maybe, and it works even if your family seems unable to pick up their socks or rinse a dish. Oh my gosh. It's time to nip this in the bud, or if that doesn't feel comfortable to you, fix this once and for all, and start enjoying your calling as a homemaker. And we're not going to worry about how it looks, the fonts here, because as you know, I just copied and pasted it from, so like it's kind of small. I would make that bigger, obviously, on the main page. So now we kind of catch them, right? You know, we're tapping into their problems and we're helping them visualize these socks and dishes. You saw how I was reacting to that because I know. Then we have the graphic. And it's nice. It's nicely laid out and stuff. And I mean, it could be great as it is. You might want to put the word free live webinar there. One thing I was thinking though is the picture of the home is very nice, but it would be even maybe better if there was a mom in it. But honestly, I think it still works. So. I love this opening also. How many times have you heard the phrase, if mama ain't happy, nobody's happy, right? We have all heard that, and it's true. So do you feel like an unhappy mama? And then there's some bullet points that tap into the pain, because I did tell Tarika to do it and she did, but I think it was missing in the headline. So I think, like, let's see, I wrote a few notes here. Yeah. The first bullet point, I don't know. It feels like really strong, but maybe it actually does speak to people. Like, just caring for your family just suck the joy out of you. Maybe like on some days, like you don't want to make them, I think you don't want to make them feel like bad. You know how moms are, right? We feel guilty if we feel bad and we have no joy and it's our family's fault. Like we'll feel bad about that. So just caring for your family, suck the joy right out of you on some days, then it like eases up on it, but it also taps into a very real feeling. These are great bullet points. Do you feel as though you don't really know who you are anymore? Yes, being sleep deprived and overworked can certainly do that. Fighting with the family to get their things done. Yes. I think I need to join this webinar. But they're really good. You feel as if the members of your family should help a little more and at least say thank you every once in a while. No one acknowledges or even cares about all the work you do in the home. Maybe say it feels like no one, like I think you should tap into it, but to me, it's sort of like, I don't want to seem ungrateful. Sometimes they say thank you. Perhaps you've woken up angry or sad and don't know why. Now you're screaming and being snappy with everyone around you. That's great. Like that's just a moment in time and capturing, we've all been there. So what if I told you it's not your fault or hormones? This is awesome. Awesome. It's not you. It's not your family. It's the fault of society. Yes. Blame someone else, the common enemy. Tarika is definitely listening to the classes. Society's taught us about what our roles as women and homemakers should be. Okay, and then it clicks to come join for a mindset reset. I think there's something kind of missing here. Like we need to finish this thought. So it says, it's not you, it's not your family, it's the fault of society. Society has taught us about what our role as women and homemakers should be. And it's just maybe something like, it's just not realistic until you've armed yourself with the right mindset. And that's exactly what we'll talk about during this free online event. Okay, so then it kind of leads us to the next part. Come join us for this mindset resets, where we will forget the way things are supposed to be and start seeing and thinking in reality the way things are in your home. In this free webinar, we will. And these are, I'm going to make it bigger. It is a good size on the actual page. I don't know why the copy and paste ends up being really small. Okay, let's look at this. So I think that these are all good, except for we can work with them a little bit more. So take a fun quiz to see if you have an attitude. I think Do we all want to join a webinar to take a quiz? I know we love quizzes, but maybe that much. Maybe give them a little teaser. You might be surprised by the results. Or something like that. Maybe if you can make it more concrete, something that people find out when they take the quiz, then incorporate that. And the second one, learn how your feelings and attitude are affecting your family. So that's just that sounds like a blaming thing, right? Which is okay. It doesn't give a solution, right? It doesn't give it's just going to tell you, okay, you're bad, you did this wrong, but let's give them some hope. And the easy trick for feeling better every single day, even if you're sleep deprived and overwhelmed by what the day will bring, or something like that. And then the third one says, discover what it means to have a homemaker's mindset. I think that you should give a hint here. Like have a homemaker's mindset, which is the secret to blah, 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 or something like that. And then what steps to get to that mindset? Let's make this a little more concrete. Maybe say something like the X, whatever number it is, simple. It will be simple. You're going to simplify it. Steps you must follow, because we're going to tell them what to do, right? People actually appreciate this. You're the authority. You will steer them the right place. And then to get this mindset, even when your family seems unwilling. Oh, actually, no, that's the next part. To get this mindset, something like that. All right. And then maybe here, yeah. So learn how to create more joy in your life and your home. There, let's give a jab to the family. Even when your family seems unwilling. All right. Okay. Now, there's this image here, and it's a nice image. I actually think it kind of detracts here. And I don't think it's necessary, because you're kind of still telling a story here. And then even though you're trying to connect it with, having a really nice home and stuff, my instinct is to just take it out. And then this is really good stuff too. How about living in a home where you wake up every morning with joy in your heart? It is a question. So I would put a question mark there, just because it makes them think, because who wouldn't want that? And no matter how much milk gets spilt, how much laundry is piling up, or how rude your husband is, even though you love him, or something like that. Maybe because you want to have a little fun, right? Like, it's like acknowledging that though you love him dearly, or maybe, I don't know what state these attendees will be in. Maybe they don't feel in love, but I like it there. You will still be able to enjoy your day. This is really good. Like, it's very visual. It creates a picture. You are an amazing student, Tarika. Because that joy is embedded in your mind and your heart. I love it. Okay. And then I think, so I think this feels a little bit redundant, and maybe it was in the template, but for a different reason, maybe because it feels like it's sort of a repetition of what was already there. So if you have something in here that isn't above that you really want to incorporate, I'd put it in these bullet points. So personally, I would, watch me not remember how to use word. I would personally take it out. And then quick event details. Yes, choice. I put the subtitle there because, or if, I mean, it makes it longer, but it also has some good stuff there. But that's not a big deal. So just enter your name and best email address to receive your event login, event reminders, and more useful tips on homemaking and finding joy. Say you there. Maybe I can't wait to meet you or something, like even to just give it a little more personal connection. And that's probably maybe what the template said, but just, off the top of my head. And then this template had space at the bottom to introduce yourself. The photo is great. I love this. Hello, my name is Tarika. I help homemakers create joy in their lives by focusing on family, home, and life. Really good. And then you have your name and then homemaker blogger. But you know what? And it looks a little strange on this page from copying and pasting, but let's go back to your page. So I think this here is a perfect space to say a little bit more about yourself, right? Like, I'm like you, I've been like frustrated, and maybe even share a little detail, just something really quick, and just to give them some, so that they know you a little, and that they also, have this confidence that, you can relate to them and you can help them. All right. So I think you're pretty much ready. You've done a great job, and I hope those tips were useful for you, Tarika, and for anyone else watching, that it gave you some tips and ideas of how you can make your offers a little bit more persuasive.